Good afternoon or good evening, depending on the time that you're watching this video. Welcome so much to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Monique Macrin and I post content around family, fun, wellness and parenting. But I am making an exception. Why? Because it's the month of love, Valentine's, and more so this week. This is the week that Valentine's is going to take place. That is on 14th of this week, actually. So I thought, you know what? Since I'm a hopeless romantic, me guys, I love love. I love to be loved and I love to love. And I thought, what? You know what? Let me make a few videos about love because I am turning a different decade next month and I have been in a committed relationship for like more than 12 years. So I feel like I have something to offer to the world. You get to the world of love. Of course, love is something that you mature in and you have to make a lot of mistakes. Like the love life is a journey where you make mistakes, you learn. So for all those years that I have been in love, in a committed relationship, if I should put it that way, I've learned so much and I just want to share for anyone, especially who is younger than myself. So let's get to the first topic. There are so many types of love. There's conditional love, there's platonic love, and also there's romantic love. Conditional love is where you love someone regardless. You just love someone simply because they are. Like I just love you because you are you. Like the way God loves us, regardless of our weaknesses, our strengths, that is conditional love. And if you ask me, that is the best love. And if you're looking to towards getting into a long-term relationship, I really want you to see how conditional the love that your partner has towards you. Okay, it gets complicated, I know, just stick with me. The next type of love is platonic love, and with platonic love is where you love someone, most likely this is very common in friendships. You love someone, there are no romantic feelings involved. Like, the way you can have a boyfriend that you don't have any feelings towards, but you just love them. You get? So that is platonic. This kind of love is very evident with siblings, with friends, you get it? Then we have romantic love. Romantic love is the kind of love that breeds out of chemistry, breeds out of feelings, sexual feelings, romantic feelings. You get? So those are the kind of loves that I know exist. And then that brings us to the next topic, which is love is an action and not a feeling. Please don't get it twisted. And I know when we are young, including myself, I thought love is a feeling. When you someone and you feel those butterflies and you feel like, like you just want to disappear and melt inside that person so that you can live together. You get what I'm saying? Live inside their skin, that kind of a feeling. That does not mean you're in love with that someone, by the way. And there's this thing that I learned that sometimes it's about chemicals and hormones matching. That is why you can just meet someone for the very first time, and when your eyes like connect, you feel something so strong for them. It does not mean you are in love with that person. It does not mean love at first sight. In fact, I don't believe in love at first sight. That could just be chemical reactions. Not to say that someone that you feel strongly towards when you first meet them cannot make you a long-term partner. No, I just want us to be able to differentiate. Those feelings that you feel, that is not love. And you're not supposed to look at it when you want to date or when you want to be in a committed relationship. Rather, you're supposed to be looking at the actions. Love is an action. How is this person treating you? How is this person talking to you? Is he using a good tone? Is he respectful? You're a girl. You're supposed to be nurtured. You're delicate. You're a little flower. So is this person hurting you? Or are they making you, are they watering you so that you can bloom? So so love is an action in that sense. How is this person treating you? How does they act when around you, And how do they talk to you? How do they touch you? Things like that. So love is more of an action than a feeling, because feelings are just purely hormones and chemical reactions, the same way it used to happen in the chemistry lab when you mix this potassium and sodium, that reaction that takes place. That is all about feelings. So let us not get twisted. And then the next thing is that love is a decision. So yes, love is a decision. So we are bound to change with time. The people that we love are bound to change with time. See, we are growing every other day. We are meeting people every other day, and we are having conversations with these people. And the conversations that we have plant different seeds that we interpret differently. We are also experiencing life every other day. And our experiences, the conversations that we hear, form a certain perspective about life. So how I was viewing life when I was 18 is not the same way that I'll view life now that I am 29, you get. So, or now, or the 25 years old me, or the 50 years old me. So I am bound to change. That means I'm going to react differently to what my partners does and says, and even how I run the house at large. So if he loved a very timid girl when we were starting, and then now I have turned to be a very opinionated, strong woman, he should be able to make that decision. You know what? I chose you. You are not as timid. Maybe he liked it when anytime he told me something, I was like shy, looking down and something. And now I'm this woman with composure, and I just look at him like that. He should be able to love me across all the seasons of my life. So that is a decision. Also, when life is happening to us, we are bound to go through different emotions. Sometimes we get depressed. Sometimes we develop anxiety. And let's take an example of depression or stressful situations. They can make us gloomy. Guys, I'm a Kikuyu from the mountain, Asaseni. So, with depression or with stressful situations, I might become isolated. I do not want his company. 1 minute I am cold, the other minute I am hot. And that is just life. It has always been like that. So this person must make the decision to love me every other day, despite my mood swings, despite my change perspective about life. Also, especially when we are women, our body changes. It could be because of hormones, Hormones play a great role in how a woman looks in terms of their body size, this smoothness of their skin and such like things. So there's the issue of hormone, there's the issue of childbirth, pregnancy, childbirth, breastfeeding. So how my breasts were before I got my first baby and breastfed, definitely they're not the same way again. How my tummy was before may not be the same. Of course, with fitness and everything, it can get to be the same, but you understand these changes are happening. And even for the man, sometimes they grow a pot belly because they're loving your food a little bit too much. And when you're pregnant and you're going through those cravings, they crave things with you. Maybe, that companionship. So what I'm trying to say is that we can change. And then some people get diseases, you develop diseases and you're not as functional as you are. Probably you get diabetes, and probably your sexual function is not as good as it was. You get an accident and now you have been amputated. You understand? So life is bound to happen to us, and there's nothing much we can do really. But when it is love, you wake up every other day and you choose, what? My man has become an idiot lately, but I will love him nevertheless. You get? So that's what I mean when I say love is an action. It's not about a feeling. Now, talking about feelings, when you live with someone for too long, of course, there are going to be highs and lows. There are days that you will not feel them as strongly as you are feeling them. Case in point, for a woman, our feelings are very much dictated by our menstrual cycle. During certain phases of our cycle, we probably don't feel anything. And then during certain cycles, our feelings are up there. You get? So that does not mean that I am going to be nice to him when I am feeling a certain way about him. And then when I'm not feeling him, I'm going to treat him like that. You get? So love is an action. It's a decision. It's a decision. You choose and decide, I'm sticking with my idiot. Love is different from a man and a woman. we experience love differently. We are not created the same. A man is different from a woman. We experience love differently. That means we need to be loved differently. For example, I'm just going to give an example. A woman's reception of love could be in how you talk to her, the words that you say to her, and maybe, I know there are love languages like action, words of affection, acts of service, gifting, and everything. But I tend to believe, okay, I stand corrected, but I tend to believe that when it comes to gender, there's that standardization. Every woman is a little girl, and they want to be pampered, they want to be told nice things, they want to be complimented, they want reassurance. So most of the time, that is how women tend to receive love, and that dictates how they give love. So you as a woman, you might think, okay, this is how I want to be loved, and this is the same way I am going to pour into my partner when it comes to love. And we forget they are a different type of an animal. They receive love differently. For men, I know respect is key. Sometimes a man just wants to be given space just to be, so I wish my hubby can come here, but he's not a camera person, so that he can talk about how men want to receive love. But I know for men, respect is very key, peace of mind, and sometimes they just want to be left alone to think, and you must be able to give spaces. So for a man, when he tells you that he's tired, or you notice he's stressed, and you just give him space, you let him be for a few hours, for him, he might interpret that as that was love. You understand? And for other men, actually, even gifting can be a way of expressing and receiving love. So as we are intending to love other people, may we try to differentiate how different genders receive and appreciate love. And this can be as simple as asking your person or just observing. Okay, then love is not, hapo kwa gender, when a woman is in love, they tend to be very submissive naturally. They want to submit. They want to mother you. Have you eaten? Are you wearing your sweater? They want to cook nice things and present you, and that is how they want to give that love. And now, when men are in love, they give it differently. They want to provide. They want to protect. So they want to buy you clothes, they want to buy you shoes, they want to buy you, they just want to buy you things, they want to give you money, they want to make sure the door is closed, protection, and there's protection and provision. So even when you're coming to choosing our partner, I believe it is standard. If a man loves you, he will want to provide for you. He will want to protect you. If a woman loves you, she will want to submit. But of course, the Bible tells a man to love and a woman to reciprocate to that love. So I'm not saying this and then you're going to tell your woman, but you're not submitting. But they're going to submit to what? It all started with a man from creation. He was created first. We were created second. He was commanded by God to love. We were commanded to reciprocate. So if you love a woman and you show it to her, by default, she's going to reciprocate. Okay, so that is how I understand it, and I believe I am right. Love is not permanent. Love is not permanent. Feelings change. You might love this person, and then at some point you grow so differently. He grows this way, you grow this way, and at some point you just feel like we have irreconcilable differences. Of course, in the course of your relationship, there are so many things that you can do to make sure that you do not grow apart, and that is why things like weekly dates, dating your person throughout marriage and your relationship is very key to make sure that you are growing in the same direction. But you know what, as we said, life can happen and you can grow differently, and in such cases, sadly, love can die. And I wish we can just be comfortable with, like, fine, I loved you, I don't love you anymore, and it is okay. Let's decide the best way this can go. There are no needs. I feel like if we view life this way, probably instances of suicide, instances of passions of crime, could reduce, because sometimes we want love to be permanent. But did we work hard throughout our courtship and our marriage to make sure that we are growing in the same way. We are not losing each other along the way. And hey, should that happen, then let's agree and embrace that love is not always permanent. Okay? Then I talked about there's a difference between feelings and love, and this is my last topic. This is my last point for the day. Now, I am Monique and my husband is Teddy, and we love each other, right? But at the core of who we are animals in the animalia kingdom. We are species that needs continuity. So there's biology behind us, there's evolution behind us, and biology has it that we must procreate, we must give birth so that there's continuity of our species. And that is why we have chemicals that attract each other. And this brings me to the example that I gave you about when you meet someone for the first time and you feel this instant attraction towards them, and they're making you feel like, you know, that kind of a feeling. So sometimes we need to be careful, because that could be nature triggering you to mate so that you can reproduce, and that can assure that the human species does not go into extinction. So sometimes feelings are there, you know, just because the primal instinct in us as animals is to mate for procreation, and that does not mean love. And for women, you know that during your during ovulation, your feelings are up there because your body is ready to conceive and give birth to another human, and that is nature. On the other hand, a man's clock is 24 hours. A woman's cycle is mostly 29 days to 30 days. A man's cycle is 24 hours. So nature has it in a way that you're going to meet a certain man whose chemicals react with yours, so that you are made to want each other, to mate and reproduce. And when you understand that, you're going to realize that it is not every person you have sexual feelings towards me ends up in a loving relationship. It's very important that we understand that. Now, after we've understood that concept of continuity of species, then nature has it that once this child has been born, you two have to come into a nurturing phase where you're able to take care of this child so that they do not die young, so that they grow and eventually also find a mate, reproduce, and ensure continuity of the species. Now, during that nurturing phase, nature has a way of making these feelings lower, because you can't be mating every other time, because nature assumes that. So now you get into a nurturing phase where these feelings have been toned a little bit so that you don't keep mating. Now your mind is in a phase of, let us take care of this child. And then it will come to a point where now you want to reproduce again and nurture. And this is where we are told now you have to differentiate and know that, yes, we are animals. We need to mate, reproduce, nurture, and then start again, and the cycle continues. But if it is a committed relationship, then you need to find a way to navigate through these phases, so that even when you are in your nurturing phase, you also must be able to know, okay, fine, we do not want to grow apart, so can we find a phase to still maintain our feelings, to still maintain our commitment towards each other in the course of all these things that nature is taking us through. But to narrow it down, I want to just emphasize that love is not a feeling. Love is not butterflies in the stomach. Love is just love. Love is an action. Love is a decision. Love is not permanent. Love is different for a man and a woman. So it is up to the two partners involved in the relationship to ensure that love remains spicy. It remains spicy, that the romantic feelings, even though they keep waxing and waning, remain strong enough to glue you together. You know, there's just different ways to navigate. And if you show love to this video, I am going to be telling you how we have managed to keep our relationship spicy and not boring, despite all the tricks that nature has presented to us. So guys, if you like this video, please make sure that you share, like, and leave a comment. If I get 10 comments in this video, and if I get like several shares, that means I'm going to have like several views on this video. I'll give you 2 bonus videos tomorrow. Yes, I have been in marriage for more than a decade. So, and if I should say so myself, I've been in a marriage full of love, full of romance, you know, a blissful marriage, of course, with challenges in here. So I feel like I have a lot to offer. Anyways, guys, happy Valentine's in advance, and cheers to love. Until next time, bye.